How is it going, everybody? This is RBT coming at you with my NFL Week 2 preview slash prediction slash pick video. And the only game not left for this season, or this Week 1, is the Texans and Chargers game. And I'm watching that kind of out of my corner right now. Corner of my eye right now. And, but I wanted to mention before I make this preview video, I think I'm not going to do what I said in my preseason upload schedule, or my season upload schedule, where I do recaps of every Monday night game, every Thursday night game for college football, and there's pretty much I'm pretty much not going to do recaps unless it's for the Titans game or the Alabama game, and because I already upload a ton of videos as it is, and I don't think really many people want to see that. The only games I'm probably going to recap are some insane games that happen. That's just absolutely has to be recapped. And then when the playoffs come, I'll do just like I did last season. So that's that. So I'm not doing the college football weekly recaps, NFL weekly recaps, or the Monday night recaps or Thursday night recaps. So getting that out there so nobody's wondering what's going on. I don't think anybody really cares anyway. Probably could have not said anything and nobody said anything. Would have said anything. So, okay, let's get into the picks. Alright. The first game of this week is Thursday night game between the Jets and the Patriots. Patriots barely escaped. Once again, at the hand of the Buffalo Bills, had to kick a last-second field goal to win. Very impressive. DJ Manuel played really well that game. The Patriots always, of course, come back and beat the Bills and crush their hopes and dreams of getting a Week 1 upset over the Patriots. And then the Jets, hey, they look pretty good. Old Geno Smith looked a lot better than I thought. They came out and they got a win over the Buccaneers on another last-second field goal. So both these teams went on last-second field goals. I'm still not completely sold on the Jets, even though really was the most impressive thing is the fact that the Buccaneers secondary is supposed to be one of the best in the NFL, and oh my God, there's a fight going on in the Texans and Chargers game. But man, this is a tough game, but for some reason I feel the Patriots can come out at home. Tom Brady's not gonna let them lose to the Jets. The Jets, I still am not sold on. I said I was wrong. I was wrong. I said the Jets might go 0-16. And look at them, man. They're 1-0. I mean, they looked like at least an 8-win team yesterday. They looked. I mean, I could be wrong, but they look pretty good. But I'll give the Patriots a slim victory. I'll give them a touchdown victory, 27-20 over the Jets. All right, the Rams and Falcons. Rams. I actually got this pick, the Rams and Cardinals pick, completely right. I predicted the Rams would win 27-24 over the Cardinals, and they did. So that's pretty awesome. So I didn't even notice that until somebody commented on my video and said that I got it completely right. So awesome there. Falcons coming off a loss against the Saints. I think I got that one wrong, so that kind of crosses each other out there. But the Rams weren't as good of team that I expected. I expected them to come out firing on all cylinders, and they didn't. They struggled with the Cardinals, but they got the win. That's all that matters. Sam Bradford looked pretty good. He threw for 299 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Jared Cook, the former Tennessee Titan, had a huge game, over 140-yard reception, 2 touchdowns. So if you had him on your fantasy team, ooh, you got a steal there. But the Falcons, the Saints are a good team, and it was a hard-fought game. Falcons did lose at home, and the Saints defense really what came up and really got them the victory. I think the Falcons rebound, get the victory over the Rams. Matt Ryan won't let them lose again. Rams are a good team, though. I still have them predicted as a sleeper in the West, but I'm gonna go Falcons. It won't be. This game could go either way. Both teams are good. The Rams coming up. Falcons are. They're not. Don't let the Week 1 loss fool you. It was a great game. I'll go Falcons by 3 points, 30-27 over the Rams. Panthers versus the Bills. Okay, both these teams competed really, really well Week 1. Panthers held the Seahawks offense in check. and the Seahawks defense held the Panthers offense in check. But Russell Wilson came back and expected the Seahawks won, but it was a close game. The Panther defense is for real. They are a legitimate defense, and their offense will come along once in a while. I mean, not once in a while, over time, because I mean, Cam Newton's too good of a player not to perform at a high level, and he only threw for like a $120 last game against the Seahawks. He'll get better. The Bills almost beat the Patriots. EJ Manuel looked good. Didn't make any mistakes. This game being in Buffalo, who to pick? I think I'm gonna go with Cam Newton and the Panthers. I think their offense are gonna come alive. The defense is legitimate. The Bills, watch out. The Bills could be a dangerous team this year. Pull a few upsets, but I think I'm gonna go with the Panthers by a touchdown. Let's go 24-17 over the Bills in this game. Alright, next we have the Vikings and the Bears, and the Vikings got pounded pretty hard against the Lions last week. Defense didn't play well. We all know Adrian Peterson, of course, as expected, had a huge game. He had that huge run to start off the game, but he didn't have much after that. But the Bears were the Vikings were coming behind the rest of the game because they could not stop the Lions whatsoever. And now they have the Bears. The Bears, who are so inconsistent on offense, and their defense is iffy. They did get the win last week, and we'll just have to see. This will be a good game. This will be a highly competitive game. A pretty good Bears defense, up against the ground and pound offense of the Vikings. Christian Ponder he played pretty good last week. He didn't really lose the game for him or anything. It was really the defense that killed him. Who to go with? I think Adrian Peterson and their offense is going to be on track this game. I think Jay Cutler might make a few mistakes. The Viking defense will come out and play better, I believe, this week. I think that Jared Allen will be able to get in the backfield, get to Christian Ponder a couple times. He was really a non-factor last game against the Lions. So I'm gonna go Vikings, very close, 23-20 over the Bears in this game. This is a tough game. It could go either way, honestly. We'll have to see. Okay. This is a fun matchup. The Redskins versus the Packers, and the Redskins game just concluded. And I bet you if I'd have made a recap of that game, I could have got tons of views. But I mean, I'm not going to do that. But that was an odd game. The Redskins came out so flat. They do get the early defensive touchdown, which I still believe was an incompletion, and they the forward pass incompletion on a fumble, a backwards pass for a touchdown. But after that, their offense was so flat. RG3 did not look himself, but I mean that's expected. You can't expect a guy not to see live action like that in just about a year. Not a year, a little under a year, a couple months under a year, and no preseason action, nothing, and expect him to play amazing. And he played good in the second half. He came and played quite well, and almost led a comeback. It came down to an onside kick. But once he gets in the groove of things, they'll be better. They won't expect him to play like this all year. The defense, though, didn't look too good. Can they compete with a team like the Packers? I'm not sure. Packers did get beat by the 49ers, but the 49ers is a heck of a team. It was a hard-fought game. The Packers and Eddie Lacy couldn't get really anything going on the ground. But that's not really how the Packers are known to run their offenses, ground and pound offense. They want to do that more now with Eddie Lacy, but I think it'll take a while to develop and everything. Aaron Rodgers did end up having a pretty good game through 3 touchdowns, but the Packers D couldn't stop him. I think this will be a high-scoring game. I think RG3 is going to come back and play good this game, but I think Packers offense is going to be too much, and that Packer D is going to play a little bit better than that Redskins D. And Packers at home by 7. 34-27 over the Redskins. Was that the same score tonight? It was similar to that. Was it 34-27? I don't know. Alright. Dolphins and Colts, both teams with the W week 1. This would actually be a pretty fun game. AFC East versus AFC South matchup of 2 second-year starters in Ryan Tannehill and Andrew Luck. The Colts playing at home. coming off that one against the Raiders. It was a close game though. Terrell Pryor played really well. I don't think it was really much of the Colts defense playing bad. I think it was just Terrell Pryor is going to be better than people expected. He had big mistakes late in the game, which pretty much led to their loss. But they played good. But the Colts I still think is a very good team. Dolphins came out and played. They played pretty well week one. Ryan Tannehill didn't do too bad. They couldn't get much of a run game going, but they're a good team. They can with the way that the Patriots played week one. I know it's tough to judge teams as a week one. The Dolphins could compete in the AFC East, but in this game, the Colts playing at home, I think it's going to come down to quarterback play. Who could run the ball better? And I think that's going to be the Colts. Dick Ballard or Bradshaw going to keep the ball on the ground. Andrew Luck, I think, is better quarterback at right now as of compared to Ryan Tannehill. I think the Dolphins may have a better defense, but I think the quarterback situation in the run game will override that. And I'm not really sold on the Dolphins run game right now. We'll have to see about that. Lamar Miller didn't have a good game, I don't believe. So we'll just have to see if the Dolphins can improve the run game, and I don't think they will improve it enough to be able to win this game. And I'll go Colts. I'll go Colts by 3. I'll go 27-24 Colts over the Dolphins. Close game. Cowboys versus the Chiefs. Alright, the Cowboys create 6 turnovers against the Giants and beat them by a touchdown, I think it ended up being. And Chiefs came out and played very well week one. They scored a lot of points. Alex Smith, pretty consistent. Jamal Charles was pretty good on the ground. They're looking pretty good in Kansas City. But then Cowboys beat a team like the Giants, who pretty much beat themselves with the 6 turnovers. But I mean, Tony Romo still had a pretty big game. He threw like 50 times for about 250 yards, maybe a little bit more than that. Marco Murray, I think he had 80 yards on the ground. Pretty big game. Who to go with? I'm not sure. It's hard to pick the Chiefs, and I'm not sure if they have the talent ready. They're ready talent-wise to compete with the Cowboys. Chiefs. I mean, this is another game. It's a toss-up. Really have to go in a couple weeks of the season, see which teams are pretenders and contenders. And the Chiefs, they could surprise everybody. I mean, they have talent. It's there. We just have to see if they can develop that talent, play together, and play together as a team. And they have the chance and opportunity with the players they have to be a good team. But we'll just have to see. And I'm not sold on them just yet. They did play good. But I'm going to go Cowboys by a touchdown. A lot of close games this week. I'm going to go 28-21 Cowboys over the Chiefs. Oh my God, guys, this video is going a lot longer than expected. I need to pick up the pace a little bit. Okay, let me guess. I got to go my weekly guess on how long it's been. 15 minutes, I think. 13. Okay, not too bad. I think last video was 20. All right, I did the Cowboys and Chiefs. Chargers versus the Eagles. The Eagles looked pretty good. The defense they were very conservative, especially defensively in the second half, which is a big reason the Redskins came roaring back. Their offense, though, they ran just as advertised, just as expected. Ran tons and tons of plays, 50 plays in the first half, playing very well. I mean, you take out the early fumble return for a touchdown, which I still believe it wasn't a fumble. It would have been an absolute blowout. They would have had a shutout through the first half. So the defense played very well in the first half against the Redskins. Chargers are still playing right now, and they're playing pretty tough at home against the Texans right now. But I don't think it's going to hold. I still don't believe they're going to be. I think Chargers aren't there right now. I think they're like a 6-win team this season, something like that. Because Philip Rivers doesn't have much around him as of right now. I don't know, but I think I'm leaning with the Eagles here. The Chargers could come out. Um, I really want to see how they finish this game, so it's kind of hard to predict right now. But I think Eagles defense will play a full game. Their offense will get even into more of a rhythm. I think they'll be okay. Michael Vick come out will have a big game. Um, and I think they'll beat the Chargers by 10 points. I think that's the biggest margin of victory I have so far. Go 30-20 Eagles over the Chargers. No, let's go 30. Let's go 33-21 over the Chargers for the Eagles. Okay, Ravens versus the Browns. Ooh, could this be an upset pick? The Ravens coming off a huge loss against the Broncos. I mean, you can't define it as anything but huge when you give up 7 touchdowns to a quarterback. But then we have Brandon Weeden, who did the opposite of that, throwing multiple picks. I think he ended up with 3, and they couldn't get anything going on offense week 1. Trent Richardson couldn't get anything going. The offensive line was horrible. So I think I'm quite confident with picking the Ravens. Browns competed early last week, but coming out in the second half, they just lost it. But I think I'm gonna go Ravens at home. They'll get the W. First home opener of the season. First home opener in how many years without Ed Reed and Ray Lewis? Is just insane, and it shows that their defense is gonna need some help without those 2 leaders of the last decade. But Joe Flacco, Ray Rice, they'll be okay. They'll win by 2 touchdowns. I'll go 31-7. No, 31-14. 31-14. No, give me a second. 31. Yeah, let's go 31-17. I think the Browns will be able to score a couple times in that Ravens defense, but 2 touchdown victory. 31-17 Ravens over the Browns. Whew, here we go. This is so hard. The Titans versus the Texans. Okay. I'm really wanting to see how the Texans can play because they're struggling against the San Diego Charger team, which I believe was not good coming into the season. But I still believe the Texans have a great team. They plugged in a bunch of holes on defense, highlighted by, as we all know, Ed Reed coming over. I mean, the best trio in the NFL: Matt Schaub, Andre Johnson, and Arian Foster. Oh, are the Titans ready to beat the Texans yet? The defense played really well week 1 against the Steelers, got in the backfield a ton. The most pass rush I've seen from the Titans defense in forever, in many years. The offensive line actually got a push. Chris Johnson was consistently getting 3-yard carries, which is amazing, and nobody can really understand that unless you're a Titans fan and watch every game. That is amazing. Jake Locker didn't make any mistakes. He made plays when he had to. The defense was really good. I'm not sure if that's a part of the Steelers having no playmakers aside from Ben Roethlisberger, of course, and the offensive line being decimated and being poor, especially without Marquise Pouncey. So we'll have to see. But as a Titans fan, I gotta have faith. And this could be the year. It could be, depending on how Jake Locker can develop. So I'm gonna go with my Titans until I get proved wrong. Okay, I could be proved wrong, but I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with my gut feeling until the Titans I'm proven wrong with the Texans beating the Titans. So I'm gonna go Titans, 24-21 over the Texans. I'm pulling the string, and I'll have a more in-depth preview. Last time this is uploaded, probably in a couple hours. So. That's that. Lions versus the Cards. Cardinals competed last week against the Rams. The offense obviously is a huge upgrade with Carson Palmer compared to Kevin Cobb, John Skelton. I mean, Larry Fitzgerald had 2 touchdown passes and catches in this game, and he had a 4 total last year. Not because he's aging or anything. It's because his quarterback play was horrendous last season. But Carson Palmer, I believe, is a really good fit there. And I believe he'll be able to put some points against that Detroit Lions secondary, which is improved a pretty good bit. So this is going to be probably the most high-scoring game out of the weekend. But I think the Lions and their offense will be able to overcome that, and just simply will be able to outscore the Cardinals. I think the Lions have all the pieces to be a playoff contending team, but can they put those pieces together? This is how it's been for the last couple of years. Head coach could be under the hot seat a little bit if they don't make the playoffs. I think they're heading in the right direction. I think they get the W. High scoring game. I'm gonna go with like 30. Let's go 41 to 37. Close game. See, man, the Chargers are killing them. Chargers are doing really good against the Texans. Just making me feel a little bit better about my pick. Defense is playing well. Okay, so that's that. Saints versus the Buccaneers. High-powered offensive attack versus supposedly one of the best secondaries in the NFL right now. I think if the Buccaneers and Jets play 10 times, they win at least 8 out of 10 times. So they're better than what they played. They're going to be a dangerous team in the South. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to compete with the Saints. They could. They could now. They could come out and surprise me, but I think the Saints, Drew Brees, that offense will be a little bit too much. They'll outscore the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers will put up their fair share of points, but I think the Saints in the end get the W by a touchdown, 34-27 over the Bucks. Let's go 30. Let's go 34-24 over the Bucks. Okay. Send a little text message here. Jaguars versus the Raiders. Two poorly ran organizations in the NFL. The Jaguars. I'm not trying to make anybody mad here, but I think they're unanimously the worst team in the NFL. Just putrid offense. Defense is a little bit underrated, but it's not enough to compensate for that horrible offense. Now the Raiders, on the other hand, I think they got a good quarterback in Terrell Pryor. I think give him a little bit more time to develop, he'll be okay. I mean, if you didn't know, he ran for over 100 yards last week. With the way the NFL is developing, I mean, he can be a playmaker. He really can be. I mean, he needs to limit his mistakes. I mean, he pretty much cost them the loss though late in the fourth quarter. But I mean, he's the whole reason they were in it. So limit those mistakes, and he could be a highly effective quarterback at the NFL level. They'll get the win at home against the Jaguars by 2 touchdowns. I'll go 28-14. Raiders of the Jags. All right. Broncos versus the Giants. Okay, I'm trying to explain to somebody how to play fantasy football. All right. Giants versus the Broncos. Giants, if they want to have a chance to win this game, they cannot turn the ball over 6 times. Simply put, I'm not sure if Giants fans really expect to win this game with how effective the Broncos offense was against that Ravens defense, which I think is a little bit overrated. Just because of the Ravens don't mean that they're going to be good. I mean, they had huge losses from a season ago. You know, to bring guys like Elvis Dumervil, that's not enough to compensate for a Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. The Giants can put up their fair share of points. They can, but I'm just not completely sold on the Giants defense. I mean, I know a lot of it was due to turnovers and being on the field a lot, but they gave up a lot of points. Simply put, to the Cowboys, and I think you ask 20 NFL fans, I believe they'll say that at least 19 out of 20 of them will say the Broncos offense is better than the Cowboys, and the Broncos could put up a ton of points. I think they will. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, but I think the Broncos will give it an easy victory. I go 41-27 over the Giants, and I think I'm going to pick for the Broncos until somebody proves me wrong, or they struggle, or I think I have a good matchup, and I think this is a good matchup for the Broncos. I think this is a team they can thrive against, and they'll win by 2 touchdowns, 41-27. Ooh, a good matchup here. The 49ers and the Seahawks playing in Seattle. Rematch of many good games from a season ago. 2 second-year starters in Colin Kaepernick and Russell Wilson. Well, Kaepernick only started for like half of the year last season. So we'll stick with 2-year starters. Two high potent offenses, two very good defenses. Most of the time, that is. Who is the better team? I'm not sure, and I don't think anybody knows as of right now. Seahawks playing at home, that's an advantage. The Seahawks offense played not too good, but was against a very good, underrated Panthers defense. And on the flip side, the 49ers played bad defense against the Packers, but that's Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. But then their offense played good, so they pretty much the tale of two different first games for each team, even though they have different scenarios for each. Who do I want to go with? I think with all the injuries that the Niners have on the offense side of the football, particularly at the wide receiver position, with Manningham and Crabtree down, I know the Seahawks Harvin's down, but I think I'm going with. I think in this type of game, the team's so evenly matched and so similar. Either way, if they were playing in San Francisco, I think I might give San Francisco a slim edge. But when in doubt, pick the home team, and I'm going to go Seattle. With that being the case, with it being such a tight game, 3 points, 30-27 Seattle over the 49ers. On a last-second Hail Mary, when the 49ers catch it with nobody around, but the Seattle Seahawks still get the touchdown call. Just joking. But I do say Seattle 30, 49ers 27. Okay, last game. All right, let me do the last prediction here. 26 minutes and 35 seconds. Ooh, I was like 30 seconds off. Okay, last game. And there's not too much doubt in my mind for this game. There's Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals did come out and lose week 1, which kind of disappointed me, but they competed and played. There was a toss-up there against the Bears, but they played tough, and their offense was good, defense was good at times. But on the flip side, the Steelers' offense, holy crap, it was horrible. It was horrible. I'm not sure. I mean, like I said, you can't really tell a lot from week 1, but I'm not sure if it's the Steelers' offense was horrible. The Titans' defense played just lights out. I think it was. At times, it was a little bit of both. I mean, that's the most, like I mentioned before, the most pass rush I've seen the Titans defense, which has been known for not having pass rush, which we've been trying to create through free agent signings and the draft, and we come out and play great in that regards against the Steelers. Offensive line wasn't impressive before Pouncey, and after Pouncey, it was that much worse. And Phillip Rivers just got popped. What was he doing? Trying to think he's Colin Kaepernick. But Ben Roethlisberger still looked good. I mean, when he had time, even when he was pressured, he still made good throws. That's how Ben Roethlisberger is. He can make finesse throws. At first of the game, I was getting really disgusted because we couldn't get off the field on third downs. But the defense, it wasn't a Steeler defense. I mean, the Steeler defense of old, they looked, and we were running the ball at will, not in big chunks, but consistent 3-4 yard gains, which we're not known for. We were able to do so against the Steelers, so that's something that the Steeler run defense I'm not too sure of. Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis didn't really get going last week. I'm not even sure how many yards he got, but I think he'll be able to go on this week, get at least 60, 70 yards, get a couple touchdowns. Andy Dalton should have a big game. I'm going to go Bengals by 10. I'll go 21 to 10. Bengals over the Steelers. No, let's go 21 to 13. I'm feeling more confident about that. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me at Twitter at twitter.com/S3RTR. Like I said, subscribe so you do not miss any of my weekly picks. I do picks for college football, NFL, and a bunch more. So I appreciate you watching. Leave a comment in the comment section below with your picks, and if you disagree with any of mine, why, or if you agreed with a lot of mine, or anything like that, just leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll try to respond to you. And I guess that's it. Roll Tide, go Sox, and go Titans. See you. Catch you guys later. Have a great day.